the Pistol Shrimp. Do the Pistol Shrimp.
Welcome to the Shrimply Good Podcast, episode 3 of the 2022 season, the official podcast for Pistol Shrimp Baseball. This episode 3, presented by Boondocks Barnes. I'm Lucas Burris. That's Jayce Eustice. And Jayce, it's been a really good week, but how are you doing on this Tuesday that we're recording and releasing the podcast, an off day for the Pistol Shrimp?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Obviously, a great week of baseball for the Pistol Shrimp. Came in after the end of a great week also, and just, I hate to keep using that phrase, but a great start to the season for the Pistol Shrimp, and I can't wait to just kind of get into it.
I mean, it's a great start, but at this point, we're halfway through the first half. It's been a great run. I mean, the Pistol Shrimp have set themselves up in prime position for a playoff spot, so we'll get into that after we talk about this week, but it has been a really good week, and it couldn't have gone better. We were at home so many times. The Illinois Valley faithful are going to get a break from us. That's the big thing right now, Jayce. They're going to have some time away.
Absolutely.
And hopefully they miss us enough to come see us again. Not yesterday on the Monday, but this coming Monday. So that's the next time we're at home. We'll get to all that. But yeah, that was it was a long stretch. We played a lot of games, but we won a lot of games. And I think that was the really key for this one. So let's get right into it, Jayce. Let's recap this week number 3 already of Pistol Shrimp Baseball, and we are coming in on Tuesday, June 14th on this episode 3, presented by Boondocks Barnes. On Tuesday, June 14th, the Pistol Shrimp got the week started with a good victory over the Burlington Bees, 10-6 at home.
Yeah, they came into this week riding that 3-game winning streak, and they really kept it going. Tyler Conklin got the start in that one when 5 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits and 5 runs. Most of those runs, though, came in kind of that last inning when he kind of ran out of gas. So overall was really good in that one. Just the 1 walk given up, 4 strikeouts, did give up a home run. But then in relief, Justin Rios came in, looked great, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. And Zach Losey came in and finished that one off as well, 2 innings pitched with no hits, 1 earned run, 7 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So in that one, really for the Pistol Shrimp offense, it was Harry Martyrer. He had 3 RBIs. Isaiah Hart added a home run. Christian Cleary got his first home run of the year as well. And Ivan Witt got his first home run. So the Shrimp in that one gathered 11 hits. They still kind of left guys on the table. They left 8 on base to get that home win. But overall, you get that 10-6 win over Burlington, start off your week on the right foot.
Yeah, this was the game we talked about where the Pistol Shrimp really started to get those key at-bats, which was a good sign in the back end of the winning streak, which will come to a close at this point this week. We have talked about that many times in the broadcast. But for the Pistol Shrimp, this was win number 4 in a row. It was over the Burlington Bees, and it was a big 5 spot in the 7th. That was really key for the Pistol Shrimp victory here after Burlington continued to attack. But Jayce, this was your first game back, I believe.
Yeah, second game overall, first game back. Yeah.
So this was the game we really got started, and you were like, "Oh, Christian Cleary's here, and he's got a long ball in him." I was like, "Christian Cleary, I don't know where that long ball came from."
Let's get rolling.
Martyr added three RBIs. No, it was huge. It was a good game for the Shrimp in terms of players we hadn't seen too big of an impact yet, and it was a good way to start the week as well. But there's the same thing from Conklin and Rios and Losey, though. They've been really good this year. The pitching staff's been really good, and Tyler Conklin didn't pick up the victory and ended up giving up 5 runs, but through 4, he had given up 3 hits and 1 run. So it was big for Conklin on the mound. A really good outing. And Rios continues to do really good stuff out of the bullpen, but a 10-6 victory for the Pistol Shrimp over the Bees on Tuesday was how this week would get started. And then we would head over to Wednesday. We would see the Bees again. And I think the Bees were tired of seeing the Shrimp after this week, as it was a even better win on Wednesday, a 9-1 victory at home.
Yeah, and that one, Noah Schultz got the start in that. He went 2 innings pitched. He gave up just 1 hit, but that 1 hit did drive in a run after he gave up 2 walks. How about 6 strikeouts? So all the outs he was able to get were actually strikeouts. Kevin Davis came in relief, which we've seen the 2 6'9" guys go back to back multiple times this season. He came in 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, which is really just what we come to expect out of Kevin Davis so far this season. T. Conrad went 2 innings in that one, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And then Daniel Vogt comes in and finishes that one off with the last 3 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. So you touched on it there. The pitching staff has been tremendous for the Pistol Shrimp this entire season, and it was no different here. Offense got going. Chance Rosetich hit a home run in that one, 2 RBIs. Luke Adams had a big 4 for 5 game with 4 RBIs, added a home run himself. Isaiah Hart, he got 2 for 5. Kevin Parker, he kind of got his first real taste, real start, and 1 for 2 with 2 walks as well. So Shrimp in this one gathered 14 hits, and they struck out 16 Bs to extend that win streak to 5.
Yeah, the big thing in this game was the Shrimp really it was full domination. It was one of those games
Oh
where
yeah.
it's not a 10-run rule, but you really did everything better than the other team. The Shrimp only struck out 4 times themselves, but like you said, would strike out the Bees 6 times. The pitching staff did what the pitching staff's been doing this year because we haven't had too much length from the starters so far.
Mhm.
So a similar box score we've seen multiple times is 2-2-2-3 is a normal line for the Shrimp.
Oh
And
yeah.
for one hit each, only one run, and each of them with 2 or more strikeouts. Walks were a little high, but I mean, for this team, really, really good job on the pitching staff side of things, and just a really good victory over the Bees. This was also first responder night at the ballpark.
Absolutely.
Schweiker, Gannison, Rundu, and Krizak were our presenting sponsor as well, and I felt like it was a really good time at the ballpark. One of my favorite theme nights of the year, and I think we had a really good time there. So shout out to the fans who came for that one for first responder night, and a big thanks to our first responders as well for that wonderful night. Another good theme night and another good Pistol Shrimp victory. We're now 2-0 on the week, Jayce, but you got to hit a rough patch to then come back and feel really good about your week. So Pistol Shrimp would then face off against the normal Corn Belters. We're still at home, but this time a little less fun of an afternoon of baseball as the Pistol Shrimp would fall to the normal Corn Belters 6-5 on Thursday.
Yeah, and this game was really defined by the 5 runs that the Pistol Shrimp gave up there in the top of the third. They continued to come back throughout the game, but just came up a little bit short, cut it, I think, multiple times down to just a 1-run lead. You know, IV just kept adding those single runs, but just seemed like we couldn't get that final big hit to come back and tie the game. Jason Shanner in that one got the start. He went 3 1/3 inning, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. So kind of the first time this season we've seen him roughed up a little bit. Justin Rios came in relief, did what he does. He goes 2 2/3 innings, 0 hits, the 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Herzog got an inning of work in this one, looked really good. And then even Heine, excuse me, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. So he looked good as well. And for the Pistol Shrimp, they kind of just spread hits all around. It was a lot of singles, a lot of doubles. Luke Adams had another big game. He was 3 for 4. Tucker Bougie went 2 for 4. Logan Delgado had a big game with an RBI. Zach Lane added an RBI as well. So just for the Pistol Shrimp, couldn't get that final big hit to kind of just get all the way back in the game. But it was just one of those grinded out games. And after you fall behind, you know, give up 5 runs in the third inning, sometimes it can be hard to come back from.
Yeah, I want to shout out Eben Heine because we've butchered his name more than a few times this year.
Apologies.
I know I have it down at this point. We're really working at Evan. We are doing our best here, but he's got a really cool name too. I mean, it's Eben is his first name pronounced Evan. So, you know, shout out him. He had a really good inning of relief or 2 innings there and ended up striking out 3 and gave up any runs. So the big thing in this game was the pitching staff keeping the Shrimp into it after Shannon gave up 5. And it was just a big 5 spot in the third. But the Shrimp just continued to attack. They ended up matching the Corn Belters and hits. Easily could have won this game, but the Corn Belters did just enough. And the big thing was 3 errors on the Shrimp, which has been a problem all year. It's kind of where you look back in this game and go, if we only had 2, maybe only 1, we might have a victory in this one. So for the Pistol Shrimp here, a tough loss to the Corn Belters. And this was the end of the 5-game winning streak. So for the Shrimp, you're looking, all right, a close loss to end the 5-game winning streak. We're going to be fine. We'll move ahead. But sometimes a close loss isn't what kicks you forward. Sometimes you need a loss that really goes and opens the eyes. And that's what we had the following day. We faced off against Rex on Friday at home. And this was the most lopsided loss for the Pistol Shrimp this season. And I haven't been nice about it because I feel like it's just true. I've been factual about this loss. This was the worst loss all season for the Shrimp. They came in having lost every other game this season and still having lost every other game this season by 2 or 1 runs. But this one to Rex really just seemed to get away from the Shrimp. And it was a 10-3 loss on Friday to move them to drop 2 straight. But still, they were coming off a 5-game win streak.
Yeah, the Shrimp in this one, they struck out 14 times, but they kept it close for most of the game against, we've talked about it during the broadcast, Rex's top of the prospect league offense, and they really kind of broke through. It took till that 9th inning to officially pull away, did Rex. I think it was 3-6 going into that 9th inning. So still kind of in that range where you're hoping for a comeback for the Pistol Shrimp, but they weren't, unfortunately, they were unable to get it done. Ty Weatherly got the start in that one. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts on 2 homers. Harrison Bodendorf got his first appearance of this season. We saw him go for 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 2 homers as well. So the long ball was really working for Rex. I believe in the first 6 runs they scored, I think it was 5 home runs that were able to get those 6 runs in. So we saw Laxner come in, and kind of finished that game off with 2 innings pitched. He got roughed up a little bit there in that ninth with the 6 hits, 4 earned runs. So just for the Pistol Shrimp, not a great game, offensively or on that pitching staff. Chance Resetich did add a home run on the offensive side for the Pistol Shrimp, but just one of those games, like you said, the worst loss of the season, but sometimes it's what you need to kind of refocus the team. And we'll see, obviously, if we can get to it the rest of the week, how it kind of affected them moving forward.
I think it really did refocus the team as well. And like you said, we'll see that. But the team met after the game. I mean, that's something we just do not see. And they really, I think, strapped it in. And we talked about it after the post-game show this year about how everyone, or yesterday, one of our post-game shows with the interviews, about how focused and locked in this team is and how they're playing together. We've really seen it this year because you do not see in summer baseball, especially in this kind of league, the players are locked in, they're doing, but you do not see that too much of a team building. You know what I mean? You just don't see teams really rally. They're all from different places, but it has been 2 weeks for some of these guys together, and they are playing for each other already. I think that's huge to see. And this was a big win where you're responding with a loss here by coming back and really, really playing good on the last few games of the week. And we will start it against the Lafayette Aviators in a game where the Pistol Shrimp got a big win, but did a classic win, a 2-1 victory over the Aviators, where pitching dominated and timely hitting was the key factor.
No, absolutely. This was excellent pitching for IV. The team just allowed just 5 hits, gave up just the 1 run there in the 6th, and they scored both of their runs in the top of the 8th inning on that Witt double and a Cornette single to get the win. So in that one, the big story, Tucker Bougie, man, he got the start. He went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He was great in giving that length for the Pistol Shrimp that they'd like to see. Daniel Vogt comes in and has another good appearance. He goes 3 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. So in that one, Bougie, who's the starting pitcher, also gets the at-bat in that one, goes 2 for 4. He scores a run. Ivan Witt, like I mentioned, had that RBI double. Dio Cornette, 1 for 4 with an RBI. But with the way that this pitching staff is set up this year and how great that they've been just back-to-back working off of each other, you can get wins like this where it's just, hey, couple timely hits, Witt gives you that big one, Cornette gives you that big one, all of a sudden 2 runs in the 8th inning, and that's all you need to get a win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the big thing for the Shrimp as well. But a big shout out to Tucker Bougie. He's now started twice. He's only given up 1 earned run. He's looked really good on the mound for the Pistol Shrimp. I think that's big from the man who is a full 2-way player. We have a few of them, but like Tucker Bougie's going to get a start every 5 days.
Absolutely.
First, if he's not, like, he is full out being a Shohei Ohtani right now. We've got a few on this roster: Justin Rios, Jared Herzog, Luke Adams. All are pitching, all are playing the field. But for the Pistol Shrimp, Tucker Bougie is that man, and he has been really good on both ends, especially on the hitting side as of late. But a really good start, and then it's the length for Bougie right now. He's gone 5 or 6 in both, which is something we're not really seeing from a lot of our starters. So for someone who only did one of those tasks all fall and spring in college, to come in and do both very effectively has been really, really nice to see for Tucker Bougie and the Pistol Shrimp. And it's good to get a win over the Aviators, a team that made it to the Prospect League Championship Series and got 2nd overall in the Prospect League last year. Now sits in 4th place after the 2 losses that we're getting to, but these are key victories over a team that was leading the division the first 2 weeks. Like, it was the Aviators still. They were doing what they were expected to be doing. So a 2-1 victory over the Aviators re-kickstarted this new winning streak, but they kept it going, getting back against the Corn Belters, who originally ended the first winning streak. This was a big victory for the Shrimp on Sunday, 8-4 over the normal Corn Belters.
Yeah, and this one felt really good for those guys down in the clubhouse. They kind of refocused after that loss to the Corn Belters, and especially to that loss to Rex. They kind of circled that date on the calendar. It's like, hey, on Sunday, we got the Corn Belters coming back here to Peru. We got to get that win. So they came back home, returned on Sunday, grabbed that win. Jared Herzog got the start in that one, looked great. 5 2/3 innings pitched, just the 1 run, giving up 4 walks. How about 10 strikeouts for the starter there? Laxner came in out of the pen, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs. 1 of them was earned, 2 strikeouts. And then Luke Adams, he came in and closed the door there in the 9th. Just a 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, no run. So in that one, really what got the Pistol Shrimp started was that big 3 RBI double by Logan Delgado. He ended up just 1 for 4, but had probably the biggest hit of the night. Zach Lane had a really good night too, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, including a walk and a double. Bougie, Adams, and Martyr also collected RBIs. So really for that one, the Shrimp just jumped out in that third inning. The pitching did more than enough to grab the win there at home. And I know just from talking to the guys, talking to the coaches that are all around this team every day, this one felt really good to kind of get right back at the Corn Belters, obviously if they beat them on their home field.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with this game being pretty lopsided, the Corn Belters would score 3 in the 8th, and Pistol Shrimp would immediately respond to add another run and just kind of kill the rally of the Corn Belters late in this inning. But big shout out, Jared Herzog, one of the most dominant pitching performances we have seen this year. Coming off a really good outing from the Corn Belters and Luke Olson in the original game here, Herzog matched it and did even better. He went 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Biggest strikeout numbers in a single game so far this year for the Pistol Shrimp. Herzog is off to a great start for the Pistol Shrimp this year. The local Ottawa product has looked really, really good this year, and he is a leader on this pitching staff as well. But just continue the good stuff from Laxner and Adams as well. And we talked to John after the game as well. John Jack, make the manager of the Pistol Shrimp. It's pretty simple. You just need one hit. You just need one big hit with runners on. And this today was Logan Delgado. And that's the guy you got to shout out because it was a 3-run RBI double. It's all you need. You just got to have one person to do it. You got 3 outs to do it if you get the runners on base. So for the Pistol Shrimp today, it was Logan Delgado, and that was the big one there. So a big victory for the Shrimp, 8-4 over the Corn Belters. They're back on track, 5-game winning streak, back-to-back losses, now 2 straight wins. And now we see a team we already beat. The Aviators are coming to town. They're reeling. They had just lost 3 straight games. The Pistol Shrimp, they're back to a 2-game winning streak. And this had all the makings of a very, very good Monday doubleheader on Double Day, as we named it at the ballpark. So it started with 1 victory, but would end up with double Shrimply good victories. We'll start with game 1, a 6-0 Aviators loss to the Pistol Shrimp.
Yeah, and game 1 actually wasn't a game. It was just a pitching clinic that was put on by Noah Schultz and then backed up and almost won up too by Tyler Conklin. Schultz got the start in that one, went 3 innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 7 strikeouts. He faced the absolute minimum through 3 innings, 9 batters, 9 outs, and 7 of them were strikeouts. Tyler Conklin then came in after that. He finished it off, 4 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit, 0 runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts of his own. So out the entire game, the Pistol Shrimp pitchers just faced 2 more than the minimum, just a single and a walk given up. On the offensive end, all they needed, Tucker Bougie had a big home run to right field that just kind of cut through the wind. It would have been a 500-foot home run on any other given day, but Justin Rios 1 for 3, 2 RBIs as well. Good day for him. And Resetich and Parker also picked up a few RBIs. So this was just dominant pitching against the Aviators. They got more than the minimum that they needed to win. Schultz and Conklin just teamed up to finish off this 7-inning contest with a win.
Yeah, I mean, the pitching is the big thing. That's where you started, Jayce, and that's where I'll start. Schultz and Conklin. Conklin's got great hair. I'll give him that. He looked real good on the mound, okay?
He did.
You can't really one-up Noah Schultz, who reached 98 on the gun and looked really good. Yeah. But Tyler Conklin pitched to contact, only 3 strikeouts, and just dominated against a team that's really was reeling. But Aviator starter looks real good. Then the Pistol Shrimp cut into the bullpen of the Aviators, which was big to see late in this game. But you were talking about the home run of Tucker Bougie. We've seen some big home runs. The big man for Rex, Arturo Disla, did it to us. His were pretty big. You knew they were gone. Damon Castillo hit some big shots last year. But that Tucker Bougie solo home run, the wind was howling in from right field. I said 2 seconds before he hit the home run, I don't think we're getting a ball out to right field today. He made contact, and that ball should have landed in Wiggly Field, which is a dog park that's past center field. Yeah. He would have probably hit the back corner of it because he crushed that baseball. You are not supposed to get a home run out at Veterans Park when the wind is blowing in. He barely got it over, but that's how much you know that he crushed that baseball.
Wall scraper.
I have to see a Tucker Bougie home run this year when the wind is blowing out or when it's just dead, because if he makes contact like that again, I'm probably going to go silent on the broadcast because I'm just going to be watching a ball that's going to the moon from Tucker Bougie. So
let it speak for itself.
I really was excited when that one go up, and I remember on the broadcast, Jayce, I was like, is that going to go? Because it's not supposed to.
We thought no way. Yeah, we thought absolutely no way, but
held my breath a little bit. So, Tucker Bougie. I'm excited. Big home run guy too.
If you couldn't
Big
tell.
home run guy. So 6-0 Shrimp victory in game one, and they would just keep it going in game two. Game two was another dominant performance, even more dominant than game one on the hitting side of things. It's a 9-2 finish off to this week for the Shrimp. They would defeat the Aviators. They would sweep the doubleheader, and they would end this week with a 4-game winning streak to match the 5-game winning streak that they finished off this week as well. But in this game two, a 9-2 victory over the Lafayette Aviators.
Yeah, and this one, Zach Losi got the start. He went 4 innings, got roughed up a little bit in that first, but really bounced back, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Kevin Davis came in behind him. Another great outing for him, 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, and 4 strikeouts. And then Justin Rios came in and really closed the door there, which is that 1 inning, no hits, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. So Jack Johnston had a big game in this one. He was 3 for 4 with an RBI and a double. Ivan Witt, he was 2 for 2, collected a home run, 2 RBIs. Dio Cornette, good to see him get rolling after he hit a little bit of a slump here in this last week or so. He was 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs. So for the Shrimp, this was just finishing off that doubleheader sweep. You know, they fell behind 2-0 in that first inning. In the top of the first, then stormed back for 8 runs over the next 2 innings themselves. So IV just closed out an incredibly successful homestand. You know, they're just looks like they're on both offense, defense, and pitching. They're just playing tremendous baseball as of now. And like you said, kind of leading into this, they're playing together and they're playing for each other.
Yeah, I think the big thing, we talked about it, us on the broadcast, and then John Jack making our manager interviews during the broadcast that you can hear on both the broadcast and the Pistol Shrimp Radio Network during games. Top of the fourth for both the doubleheaders, but it'll be top of the fifth in the regular season when we play a 9-inning game. He talked about how when making this roster, it was a big focus. It was, I want to get some really good pitchers. And it really has shown this year. I mean, the Pistol Shrimp have the top pitching staff in the league. We'll get to that. But Zach Losi started off this game having walked 2 batters in the first. He gave up a hit, gave up 2 runs, and he would end up going 3 more innings with only 1 hit and no runs. Like, that's huge for a comeback. And that's a lot for the offense as well, to immediately say, you gave up 2, no worries. We'll score 4 in the first. Then you can hold them in the second. We'll score 4 more in the bottom of the second as well. So I think that is just huge from this team, you know, really just having a really good time at Schweikert Stadium this year, and a big victory for the Pistol Shrimp over the Lafayette Aviators, 9-2. The theme nights this week in order, Jayce, were high school or college spirit night, first responder appreciation by SGKR, St. Margaret's Health Employee Appreciation Night, WLPO and WAJK 80s Big Hair Night, Beach Bash and our Father's Day celebration, 4-H night, and high school spirit night. We had some really fun ones this
jam-packed week.
Both school spirit nights were fun, seeing some, you know, local products from each school, you know, some nice tug of war competitions. First responder night, I already mentioned, really one of my favorites. It was nice to see St. Margaret's out of the ballpark this year, a big crowd for them. WLPO and WAJK 80s Big Hair Night is a very fun night because we hear some really good music, Jayce. I was talking to a few people, you know, and you don't think maybe this generation will like that music, but that's some good 80s music that we saw there.
Exactly.
But I really want to thank 4-H for coming out as well on Monday. They did, you know, a really fantastic job bringing out and coming out to the ballpark, and I think they really enjoyed it. But Beach Bash and Father's Day on Sunday, that was really fun. I think that's going to be a new Pistol Shrimp tradition as well. If you're out to the ballpark, we had every player, staff whose father was in attendance give a special thank you out on the field. I think people really enjoyed it. So, you know, Beach Bash, Father's Day, we're going to try to be at home the next 5-10 years.
That'd be
as
awesome.
long as, you know, we continue to do a Beach Bash, we'll continue to do a Father's Day Beach Bash on a Sunday. So I think that'll be really a fun thing to look forward to in the coming seasons. But that was this past week in Pistol Shrimp baseball. Jayce, take us through where the Pistol Shrimp currently stand in the Prospect League standings and what their record is.
Yeah, currently here at the end of week 3, I guess, in the Prospect League, the Pistol Shrimp sit with a 12-7 overall record. They've been great at home, coming at 8-4, 4-3 away. They are currently tied for first place in the East Wabash River Division with the Danville Dans with that 12-7 record. There in the 3 spot is the Wabash Valley Rex, who are right behind them at 11-7 with 1 less game played. And then in the 4th place, but definitely still far from out of it, is Lafayette Aviators, who are at 9-10 so far this season.
Yeah, it's a very close division right now, and it is anyone's contest as we finish off the first half. So we got to get through 30 games. That's how it works. We play 60 total. So the first 30 games will mark the conclusion of the first half. That happens if you look at your calendar that you get on Pistol Shrimp Baseball, so the pocket schedule or in the program, it is split into June, July. The first 30 games are on that stretch. So I believe it's like July 2nd is where we're marked to hit our 30th game played. So that's where we're headed to. We're about a week and a half, 2 weeks away from that. So we've got that much left, but the Pistol Shrimp, they are sitting in a prime position for an opportunity to battle for a first half playoff spot. And remember how that works. If the Pistol Shrimp win the division in the first half, they can just cruise the second half because they are guaranteed a playoff spot, and they will actually host the one game division championship series after the conclusion of the season. So hopefully we can see a Pistol Shrimp first half victory. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to go through that at the end of the season. Can we make the playoffs? What's the numbers? What's going to happen? Hopefully the Pistol Shrimp continue to cruise and we can find ourselves a first half and get back to the playoffs and what will be the Pistol Shrimps. This is the Pistol Shrimp's third year in the Prospect League, fourth year of existing. And manager John Jakovic is 1 for 2 right now on playoffs. So we got to keep him above 500.
Got to get back, man.
Got to move to 2 and 3. For the Pistol Shrimp on the statistics side of things right now, currently they're 7th in the league with a 272 batting average. That has continued to climb really high as of late. They also still lead the league in doubles with 47 doubles as a team. On the pitching side of things, we have talked about it. We have continued to tell you about it. This is the best pitching staff in the Prospect League. And it's very easy to see why now, because they are still 2 weeks in a row first in the Prospect League in ERA 3.57 now. One of only 2 qualified teams under 4. And the next closest one is not even close. So the Pistol Shrimp are just continuing to roll. And they're also now 2nd in strikeouts on a pitching staff. They were all the way down on 8th and 9th about a week ago. So they've really moved up those strikeout numbers. 204 team strikeouts on the pitching staff. The fielding side of things is where the Pistol Shrimp have not been as good this year, but it hasn't really come back to bite too much. They have a 953 fielding percentage. That's good for 12th of the 16 teams in the Prospect League, but they have the second most errors with 33 errors on the season. For the Shrimp, that's the big improvements coming. They'll continue to pitch well. They're really starting to hit well. They just got to get those errors down, and hopefully at the end of the season, be a more middle of the pack defensive team, even though we've seen some absolute gold glove caliber plays as of late from this defense. We just got to cut down on the errors on the side of things. But Jayce, as we continue to see good performances, we also continue to see players rise into the top 10 of the Prospect League leaderboards. And you're not going to be surprised on some of the names we see in the top 10.
No, absolutely. And we're just going to start this one off with the guy who's been the Iron Man for the Pistol Shrimp so far this season. That is Chance Resetich. He comes, or he has, I guess I should say, ends this week tied for 9th in the Prospect League in runs with 16 scored. He also comes in tied for 6th in hits with 23. Luke Adams, who's been off to a great start, he is tied for 2nd in the Prospect League in doubles with 7. Ivan Witt is also tied for 5th in doubles. He has 6 so far in the season. Now, just to continue the Luke Adams trend, Luke Adams, 7th in average at 432. Luke Adams, 5th in slugging at 784. And Chance Resetich, going back to him, he is tied for 5th in hit by pitches with 6. So he's been getting on base one way or another for this Pistol Shrimp team.
Yeah, shout out Chance Resetich for my favorite stat. You have continued the streak alive every week this week. We've had at least one Pistol Shrimp in the top 10 of hit by pitches. Chance still sits at 5th, tied there. But Resetich, Adams, Witt, that is who we find in the top 10 for category 7 different spots. The Pistol Shrimp find themselves in the top 10 on the Prospect League hitting categories. But on the pitching side of things, this is where you'd expect more. But for these teams, there's still not a lot of qualified players in terms of who is where. So right now, I will tell you, Tyler Conklin is like 11th in the league in ERA, even though his ERA is a little inflated right now because there's only 11 qualified starters to teams. You have to pitch at least 2 innings in each team's game, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of innings, and we haven't had a lot of pitchers go deep. So not a lot of qualified pitchers right now, but those are all those that are qualified right now. Here are your pitching leaders in the top 10 in the Prospect League. Jared Herzog is now tied for 2nd in wins. He's got 3 already this year. Tyler Conklin is 4th in innings pitched with 20. Jared Herzog is 2nd in Ks with 27. Herzog's got 27 Ks this season, 2nd in the Prospect League. Noah Schultz, 5th in Ks with 25. He's risen very quickly up those leaderboards. And Kevin Davis tied for 8th in Ks with 24. So for the Pistol Shrimp, we have 3 pitchers in the top 10 who sit at 27, 25, and 24 Ks. You want to know why this pitching staff's been so good? Because all of their ERAs are low and all of their K numbers are high. and that's why they sit at first and second in ERA. It's been really, really fun watching this pitching staff do what they have done so far this season. And hopefully we continue to see some trend, and hopefully we get some ERA leaders as well. I mean, remembering last season, everyone, all Pistol Shrimp fans, remember what we saw with Ryan Ironman. Every week we just tell you where Ironman sat in those pitching categories. So we're hoping to have a similar conversation with multiple pitchers this year for the Pistol Shrimp in those top leaderboards. But let's talk about what's coming up this week, Jayce. It's a weird week because we have a 5-game road trip starting tomorrow, but let's tell everybody where we will be before we return next Monday.
Yeah, the Pistol Shrimp are ready to take everything on the road. So they're going to have an off day, actually today, Tuesday, as we're recording this. So then coming up on Wednesday, June 22nd, the Pistol Shrimp will be at the Alton River Dragons. That is a 6:35 first pitch. And then following that on Thursday, June 23rd, they will then travel to Cape Catfish. That is another 6:35 start. Then on Friday, June 24th, they will stay at Cape, face the Catfish one more time. That is another 6:35 start. On Saturday, June 25th, they will then travel to the O'Fallon Hoots, another 6:35 p.m. start. Then they will travel on Sunday, June 26th, to Danville, play a game at the Dans. That is a 4:30 p.m. start before finally returning back to Schweikert Stadium and at home here in Peru. That'll be Monday, June 27th against those Danville Dans. That is a 7:05 scheduled first pitch.
Yeah, so for the Pistol Shrimp and the Strictly Good podcast, we plan on getting you a podcast next Monday morning or afternoonish. So Monday the 27th is when we plan on having a next podcast for you. So for that Danville game, we'll have more information on that podcast as well. But I want to talk about that just in case, because that's the next time we are home. So I might as well give you some information on what is happening Monday the 27th. But that is this week. So for all Pistol Shrimp games this week, you can still watch on Prospect League TV because we're on the road and every Prospect League team has a broadcast. But if you love the Pistol Shrimp, you're going to listen on the Pistol Shrimp Radio Network. Absolutely. I am hitting the road this week with the Pistol Shrimp, all 5 away games. You will hear my voice on the Pistol Shrimp Radio Network. Remember, you can listen on your phone or online, pistolshrimpbaseball.com or the Pistol Shrimp Baseball app, or you can just bookmark it in there. It's its own website, its own fun. So make sure you're listening to the Pistol Shrimp Radio Network this week and staying tuned with Pistol Shrimp Baseball. But let's talk about Monday coming up, Jayce. Monday, the 27th is the next time we're home. We face off against the Danville Dans 7:05. But it's a big night for us. One, it's the last game of June. We've played a lot in June for at home, I should say. But this is the last game at June. It is Arts in the Park night. We are really excited for this brand new theme night at Pistol Shrimp Baseball. Arts in the Park night is all about the arts. We will have recitals. We will have paintings, we will have chalk, we will have all this stuff. Let me tell you some specifics. So that night, food vendor Maria Pizza will be there. And then the Illinois Valley Flute Ensemble will have a recital, a mini recital at 6:15 p.m. So that's when the festivities start on Monday the 27th, 6:15, a mini recital. Then the Music Suite 408 orchestra students will perform the national anthem on the field. Then First Federal Savings Bank will have sidewalk chalk stations throughout the game. There will be a cupcake decorating station from Hy-Vee in Peru for the first 100 fans. We'll have Pistol Shrimp temporary tattoos. We'll have pre-made canvas decorating, and it'll be a contest. So you'll be able to grab a pre-made canvas, decorate it, paint it however you want, and then we will pick a winner at a subsequent Pistol Shrimp game. And there's going to be so much more. We're really excited to bring together a large group of people who really enjoy the arts in the Illinois Valley at a game this year. I think it's a really fun concept. It's a really fun idea. And I'm really looking forward to one. We're going to have a recital before the game.
Yeah,
that's exciting. And then we're going to have the orchestra students perform the national anthem on the field. So I think it's going to be really, really fun night. So that is Monday, the 27th, Arts in the Park. The first pitch is at 7:05, but really festivities start 6:15 with the recital at Veterans Park. So that'll take place outside the field. The orchestra students will take place on the field. So if you get there nice and early, you'll walk through the concourse. You'll be able to get all the food, all the drinks you need, and watch that recital take place and listen to it. It'll be over our speaker system. So if you don't want to watch it, you can just listen to it as you come to the ballpark as well. So that is the big one next Monday. Arts in the Park night. More information on that, all our social media pages, and then on our website at pistolshrimpbaseball.com. But I want to also talk about Friday, July 1st. That is Little League night. That is the next theme night after Monday, because we hit another 3-game. We take an off day, and then we have a 3-game road trip. So for the Pistol Shrimp, Friday, July 1st, most people remember Little League night was one of our biggest nights last year. We had over 50 Little League teams come out. We are expecting a bigger number this year. It is Little League night, Friday, July 1st, and we have some exciting stuff on the Shrimply Good podcast for Little League night. So on our social media this week, you'll be able to sign up your Little League team for a pregame parade using a Google form we will post on our social media. There'll be a big graphic. The Google form will be linked, and you'll be able to sign up your team. How that will work is a coach for the team or a designated parent who's signing up the team will sign up their team so we know, hey, you're coming. And the point of that is you, by signing up, will be registered into the contest as one lucky team will be chosen to run out with the Pistol Shrimp during starting lineups. We will announce your team name. We will go player by player. We will assign you a Pistol Shrimp. That player will be able to stand next to the Pistol Shrimp during the starting lineup. So everybody else will parade onto the field. We'll make the horseshoe. Everyone will be out there, but the team that gets to run out on the field with the Pistol Shrimp is one lucky team that signs up their team for the Google form. So we're using that to know who's coming for the parade and preparing and making sure we know how many people are coming. But it's also your chance to enter and win that contest, which will be announced next week on the Shrimply Good podcast. So that is what's happening next week in the Shrimply Good podcast. We will announce the Little League team winner. And you also need to check out our social media this week for the Little League first pitch contest. Just as we did last year, we will do a Little League first pitch contest on our social media where we will choose one lucky Little Leaguer to throw out the first pitch. So one lucky team and one lucky Little Leaguer will throw out the first pitch. Softball, baseball, anything, everyone's invited. So this week, be on the lookout for that link to the Google form to sign up your team, enter them in the contest, and then be on the lookout for the Little League first pitch contest as we will explain the rules and how that's all going to work on our social media this week as well. That is not this Friday, but next Friday. So we got a whole 2 weeks. We got lots of time, but it is coming up soon. That is Friday, July 1st. And Jayce, I like to remind the people every time we have the Shrimply Good podcast, let's tell them what's happening every game at Pistol Shrimp Baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Aside from the theme nights at every game for the Pistol Shrimp, they always are going to have beer from Tangled Roots Brewing Company, obviously cocktails from Star Union Spirits going on-field activities for every age. We got games going on pretty much between every single inning, lucky drawings, all the fun stuff. We also have the SoQ $50,000 shrimp rattle and roll competition that happens every single game. Lucky number giveaways from Ferguson, Jersey Mike's, Heritage Health, and the Illinois Valley YMCA. And of course, the Mr. Sparkle Auto Spa dirtiest car in the lot free car wash giveaway that happens during every game as well.
Yeah, so you have a really big chance to win free prizes at every game. Of course, the lucky numbers are going out, and I'm really excited. Hopefully someone gets that SoQ $50,000.
Yeah, we're trending in the right direction.
We came close. So, you got to go up and down the mountain. So this week we saw multiple people hit 0. It happens. Yep. It's a difficult game. But this week, for the first time, we had someone hit 3.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Oh, yeah.
We also had a few twofers. So the prizes are tiered as well. So you got to be really excited to drop your lucky number in there because you go from 0 or 1 is a SoQ gift bag. 2 is drink coupons. 3 is Pistol Shrimp merch. 4 is a big $100 cash, a backpack cooler, all that fun stuff. And then 5 is, of course, $50,000. So
hard to beat
we had
that
3
one,
this year. So we've had somebody hit that 3 with it. She went home with the gift bag, drink coupons, and merch. So I think that's really exciting as well, that we're continuing to give out those prizes. So we're continuing. We're cheering for you up in the booth.
Oh yeah,
we're
absolutely.
ready for you. So that's what's happening each week at Pistol Shrimp Baseball. Jayce, it is finally that time. We have reached the end of the Shrimply Good podcast. This episode number 3 is, of course, presented by Boondocks Barnes, but this segment is the Shrimply Good Players of the Week. This is presented by Tangled Roots Brewing Company and our Week 3 Players of the Week. Jayce, let's start it off with Luke Adams.
Yeah, Luke Adams has been on an absolute tear and obviously earns this honor. He, this week, had 18 at-bats, 9 hits, so a 500 average, scored 4 runs, 2 doubles, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 2 walks, only 3 strikeouts. Let's add in a stolen base. Why not? 1 hit by pitch. Why not? A 778 slugging percentage and a 571 on base percentage. We talked about it throughout the broadcast. Luke Adams has been a driving force of this Pistol Shrimp offense, and this week was no different. Keeping that average up in the 500 mark. We're seeing him come in out of the bullpen in relief. We're seeing him go from third base to playing right field. We're just seeing the Luke Adams show at a lot of these Pistol Shrimp games, and it has been so fun to watch, and he earns a Shrimply Good Player of the Week.
Yeah, Luke Adams, the big nod on the hitter side of things this week after I wasn't sure if he was going to get it. I was watching the stats, we were going through it, but at the end of the week, we broke him down, and Luke Adams just had a fantastic week for Pistol Shrimp Baseball. He did get an inning on the mound this week as well and didn't get with many runs. I wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
He's our hitter, so I'm just going to keep the hitting stats, but he did have a clean inning on the mound this week. Got to throw that in there. But our Shrimply Good Player of the Week on the pitching side of things, presented by Tangled Roots Brewing Company, is everyone's favorite Pistol Shrimp pitcher. It's Noah Schultz, the big man with the big week. He ended up going twice this week, and that's the big ruling of why he is the driving force of his Shrimply Good Player of the Week nod. Schultz got 2 starts. The Pistol Shrimp picked up 2 wins in both of those starts in 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. Schultz faced 15 batters and struck out 13 of them. A 1.80 ERA is good for the 6'9 lefty from Oswego East High School. Noah Schultz, congrats, our Shrimply Good Player of the Week. The pitching side, Luke Adams, Shrimply Good Player of the Week. On the hitting side, Jayce, these two were dominant this week.
No, absolutely. And Noah Schultz, like you said, 15 outs he got. 13 of them have been strikeouts, and it really was capped by the performance he did yesterday on Monday, where he went out there and faced the absolute minimum through 3 innings, 7 strikeouts in that outing. So Noah Schultz, Luke Adams, well-earned Shrimply Good Players of the Week.
Presented by Tangled Roots Brewing Company. Jayce, any final thoughts before we send the fans home on another successful episode of the Shrimply Good podcast?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great week for Pistol Shrimp here at home. I know they enjoyed playing in front of the home fans, especially out there at Schweikert Stadium. But now is going to be a challenge, a long road trip, the longest road trip of this season for this Pistol Shrimp. They've got themselves in a great position, but they still have to go out there and execute. I know I'll be watching to see what they're able to do this week, and I know a lot of you out there will be watching as well.
Yeah, come listen and watch on all of those. Remember, we're heading 5 hours away. We're heading 3 hours away. This is the big trip. We haven't been to some of these places in a long time, as well as the Pistol Shrimp. So we're excited to go see these ballparks and see these teams we haven't faced in a while. This is the big road trip this year for the Shrimp. I'm really excited to hit the road and have a good week full of Pistol Shrimp baseball and hopefully keep the win alive. But we hope to see everyone at the ballpark next week, as Monday will be the time you can head back to Schweikert Stadium at Veterans Memorial Park in Peru. That is Monday, the 27th, for all of those who want to return and see some more Pistol Shrimp baseball. But remember, if you can't make it to the game, or if the Pistol Shrimp go on a 5-game road trip, you can always watch for free on the Pistol Shrimp. You can always listen for free on the Pistol Shrimp Radio Network, online or on your phone, on the Pistol Shrimp Baseball app or pistolshrimpbaseball.com. And if you can't make it to the game, you can always watch on Prospect League TV. Just go to prospectleague.tv